My name is Randy. I am currently 26 years old. I've been homeless for about the past 3 years now. Originally, I was staying with an ex of mine after I had lost my place due to a mental health emergency, and I have been homeless on the streets since March of this year. I actually feel quite vulnerable. When you're living on the streets, you don't really have the security of the four walls and a ceiling over you that many people take for granted. Currently, I'm staying out in a tent in the woods, and with that comes a lot of visibility with the community. So right now, I don't feel like I have the privacy and the safety that a lot of people in the area have. Lately, I feel like a lot of people could look at me and tell that I'm homeless based off of my appearance. I've been having to wear the same clothes a lot lately because I don't have access to a washer and dryer. My facial hair has been going unkempt for a good while because I don't have access to clippers and stuff like that, or even just getting a basic haircut. Going without a lot of the stuff that people tend to forget about every day to keep themselves looking normal and professional. Or just because you're not able to manage it properly doesn't mean that you're a bad person. The biggest hurdle I'm experiencing right now with housing is waiting to hear back from agencies and people who are currently helping me with it. Because of the casework they have right now and the amount of people applying to these programs, they're not able to get back to people in a timely fashion. And that's really been difficult, because these are the only options you have right now, and it's quite discouraging when you're not hearing back from them and you don't know what's going on. I think cities like Lewiston, Auburn, and Portland do have some wonderful programs for people who are homeless, as well as laws and ordinances and policies that do help them and give them some sort of dignity and safety. However, I think that right now, as it stands, there isn't enough manpower, there isn't enough money in the budget to properly take care of these people. I remember coming here in 2015, and you would see some homeless people here and there laying down in the parks, some of them hiding between alleyways and whatnot. But ever since the pandemic hit, I feel like these people have really come out of the woodwork. A lot of people have lost their jobs, their houses, their families because of secondary issues because of the pandemic. It's been immensely helpful to me. So, first off, just offering toiletries, food, a safe place to stay during the weekends, because they're the only place in the area that actually offers services on Saturdays and Sundays, whereas most other places offer weekday services. But the UU has gone above and beyond for me in offering other things as well. They're open on Wednesdays now, especially for people who are trying to find housing. They're offering assistance with filling out applications and linking people up with other people in the community, like representatives from Lewiston Housing, in order to get people in a more safe place. Starting with the community, I think the biggest thing that could help right now is trying to reduce and end the stigma around homeless people. I've seen people in the community who have said and done some quite awful things in regards to people who don't have the resources they need to live a normal life. And I think by reducing and ending the stigma around that, homeless people wouldn't feel quite so bad about their situation and not think that all eyes are on them. I think that the city could help by offering more places for homeless people to stay. There are tons of abandoned buildings right now that are just sitting there collecting dust, which could be turned into shelters where people would have a safe place to stay the night, a warm meal, access to a shower to clean themselves up. Everyone has a story, and not every one of those stories are the same. Not every homeless person is a drug addict. Not every homeless person is trying to take advantage of the system. These are our neighbors, our friends, our family, just thrust into a very unfortunate situation. You gotta remember that homeless people are just like you. They're just like me. They're just like everyone out there. They're people who need a little bit of help. That way they can get back to a regular, happy, fulfilling life.
Do you know how many homeless shelters Auburn has?
0.
0?
That's my understanding.